I'm honored to participate in this jury. Working on international projects for over the past 3 decades, I found that Korea has really emerged as a leader in design in Asia. I've been most impressed, and I look forward to this competition, submitting international work as well. The difference between space and environment design, as I refer to as experiential design, deals with the immersive, brand-centered, and unique design for a specific organization, while architecture can be more functional and can take into account the enclosure of the experiential design space. Experiential design is of a specific time, while architecture is longer lived. It involves graphic design, branding design, interior design, lighting design, interactive design. Throughout my career in experiential design, I have evolved the breadth of our involvement, starting with branding, moving into interior design, and now designing from the inside out, where we create the experiential spaces and design the architecture that envelops these spaces. This can be done through collaborative relationships with other disciplines. Share the best work that you have with the world community. It will evolve design, it will evolve experiential design, and foster design professionals to grow each of their practices and grow the profession as a whole. By stretching the breadth of your work, clients will allow you to be the orchestrator. When you're the orchestrator, it doesn't mean you're doing all the work, but you're supervising and orchestrating the brand, so it's of one message, which is very critical for experiential design. What makes me inspired? So inspiration happens when I'm physically in a space that is immersive. It doesn't happen through photos. However, photos can inspire to some level. Throughout my life, I've been fortunate to travel internationally, and the cultures and histories that I've read about the cultures, such as when I step into the Imperial Palace in Tokyo, or the palace in Seoul. You've got a minimalist approach. You've got a very orchestrated, smaller space approach. While when you go into the Palace of Versailles, it's much more detailed, oriented, and highly decorated. So a very different experiential space, much more vast. One of the things that really inspired me throughout my life is when I first saw the initial performance of Cirque du Soleil, when I saw the performers, when I heard the music, when I saw the stage sets, the choreography, it's really brought tears to my eyes to how creative individuals can be to do something that is just so immersive. So these moments can be something that you can grow from. So just strive to get inspired to attend something like that or visit a site like that that'll just move you to the next level. What's the most important thing to consider when designing? You need to know the client thoroughly, the purpose of the project, the overall site. You need to experience that site. Sometimes we're not able to visit the site. We can virtually visit the site, but it's better to physically be at the space. You take away from that the experience of how you move through that space. Think about redefining the goals that you take in. These directions will be set through that redefinition. It's not something that you're going to have as an automatic reaction to the design. So look at redefining what the client's goals are, and you'll be, I think, duly inspired. Why is design fun? Well, I wouldn't be doing this my entire career. I wouldn't continue to be doing this unless I was inspired, unless I was having fun along the way. I've constantly kind of reinvented what we've done as a firm. Every decade, we touch different things. We're into sculpture at this point. We were into museums and exhibit design and designing cities for some of the Chinese clients that we've had. So I think one of the things that you need to do is kind of go back to your childhood palette. Look at those crayons, look at the clay, look at the scissors and and the models that you could make, the physical models, not necessarily digital models. Get a big fat pen and just draw very roughly to get that out of your head, the variety of things that can come out of there, as opposed to belaboring it with interactive design and things that need to be so refined in order to be read properly. So think about what you created, but take a break from it. Tack things up. I miss some of that in the studio. We used to tack things up on the wall. Now it's all living in this computer. So tack things up. Look at the variety of things that you've addressed, and pick out the ones that really need to be done, and then and only then do you pick up and then start to model and start to do things. So I just want to inspire you to submit your best approaches to the projects, and hopefully your submissions will increase the value of what you're going to get back in return for that by elevating the design profession as a whole. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing your submissions.